Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Howl. My name is Johnny Fahey. Today we sat down with Charlie Polis and Kyle Irwin to talk about Charlie Polis' recent MVP victory in the Palatine tournament and the upcoming prospect game this Friday. Enjoy. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Howl. My name is Johnny Fahey, and producing today's show is Jack Foster. Today I'm joined with Kyle Irwin and Charlie Polis of the Hersey boys varsity basketball team. How you guys doing today?
Good. Thanks for having us.
I'm good.
So you guys just won the first tournament of the season, Palatine tournament. How does that make you guys feel? It was some pretty tough games with Stevenson and Palatine in there.
Feels great. To start 4-0, we can ask for a better start. Obviously, we made some mistakes in some of those games, but we're going to learn from it, keep watching film, but it felt great to get the first 4 wins.
Absolutely.
I agree with that. It's just it's good to see all of our hard work pay off, especially with the new coach coming in and getting all new sets and stuff and basically starting from scratch, seeing it all pay off and all of our chemistry come together. It was good to see that.
Yeah, you guys look really, really good. Do you kind of attribute that to the new coaching? Because the 4-0 start against those 4 teams. 2 of them were pretty easy games, but the Stevenson and Palatine were really tough games. Do you think the coaching is what got you guys there?
Yeah, for sure. Especially in those hard moments during the Palatine tournament. I would say one moment we went down, 7 or 9 against Palatine off the start. 7-0. He didn't panic at all. And then we came back on a 12-0 run or something like that.
So Charlie won the MVP of that tournament. What did that mean to you personally with all the hard work you put in?
It felt good, but honestly, I was just happy for the team in general. It was great to see us win a tournament because at least since I've been here, we haven't won anything. And I don't know, I know Jackson's been on varsity all 4 years. I don't think he's won that tournament before. So, as much as it felt good to win the MVP, but I was just more happy for the team, to be honest, at that moment. I feel like it could have went to anyone. So I was just honored to be able to get that.
Yeah, I think it's been 8 years since we won that tournament. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
But, you guys wasn't even a question right at the end of that Palatine game. Did you, when you saw Charlie win it, I don't know what the word is. Did it make you think he shouldn't have it, or were you yeah, for sure?
Kid's a dog. Started first game, we were it was 7 for 7.
Banging through.
And I was oh Lord. And then that kid started taking crazy shots. There was one shot against going into halftime. I call for the ball, and this kid does his Hersey and looks at me, and I'm oh, it's going up. It goes in. And then, when players have that type of game, it's you should let them have the ball. So, no, I wasn't surprised at all.
When I look at you on the court, you're just throwing them up, and they're going in every single time. It's amazing. Do you remember a huge moment in the tournament that made you think we could actually win this thing? When the team kind of came together in an earlier game?
Honestly, it was during the Stevenson game. So when that kid hit the and 1-3 over me to go up 1, my heart dropped, bro. And then when Brody got fouled, and then he hit those 2 free throws, and then just seeing us celebrating in the locker room and stuff, from there I just knew we could for sure win this.
Yeah, that was a really good game. That's Mr. Hatfield. I let him know that we were doing this morning. Sorry, I just lost my thing. Oh yeah, what do you guys? What's your biggest strength this year? Do you guys think?
Biggest strength? I'd probably say offense is the biggest strength, but also our defense has improved so much. Both our new coaches have been really trying to focus on defense this year. They're trying to get us to focus on defense so much that they want defense to lead to offensive points, steals and stuff like that. So I feel offense is probably our strength, but I feel by the end of the season it could be defense.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, the defense has looked much better this year than the last couple of years. Last year we were just letting guys through, and this year it seems shut down. Nick Alquist is in the paint, getting rebounds over dudes, he's jumping over guys. You guys just look way better there this year.
Yeah.
What do you guys do to push each other to get better in practices and games? I know you guys are close. What do you guys kind of do to push each other?
I would just say in practice, we all hold ourselves accountable. Jackson does a pretty good job of if someone's messing around or not running the drill right, he'll let you hear about it. And then I would say in practice, I would say I guard Charlie most of the time because he gets me better to guard people in game because an elite scorer. So I'll just say, like we actually like when we scrim with each other in practice, we actually play hard, just so it's harder than the actual game.
Mhm.
So I would say that's probably one of our keys to like help us succeed.
Yeah, I would say the same. Just holding each other accountable. Like it's always practice is always so much energy. I feel like it's so physical. So many arguments out there. Kyle knows too. I feel like trash talking is kind of like a part of the game. Obviously, it's love at the end of the day, but it's always so much competition at the end of the day. No matter what drill we're doing, I feel like just everyone wants to win, and that's what honestly just gets us better.
Yeah. What like this season? Do you have a favorite memory throughout practice, or not even just this season, but as a Husky in general? Like, what's your fondest memory?
Probably, I would say the team dinners. The team dinners after the games are just so much fun. I feel like everyone just has fun. It's kind of just a moment to just step away from basketball for a bit and just have fun, honestly.
Yeah, bond as a team.
Yeah.
I would agree with that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
How did both of you guys kind of get started with basketball? Like, who's like the NBA player you guys kind of looked up to?
LeBron James. That's the GOAT.
I don't know. I don't think I had like. I think I picked up a basketball when I was little because like my brothers, because the 3 older brothers, I kind of looked up to them and I tried to play whatever sport they played to keep up with them. So I don't think I had like. I was probably some of my brothers.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I know it's early in the season so far. What's like the biggest challenge you guys think you've faced so far?
So far,
Like team wise or just like in general?
Well, let's do individual.
the biggest challenge I would say I faced so far this season is probably just stepping up my defense from what it was last year. I feel like last year I was kind of lazy on the defense end, and I feel like it doesn't. Oh my bad. It doesn't just go for me. It goes for most of the team. But I know some guys work hard. Like Kyle, I would say he's probably one of our best defenders. Him and Brody are probably our 2 best defenders. But I feel like ever since the coaches came in, they've just been making everyone like really work on the defensive end. So I feel like my defense has really improved.
Yeah, I think Kyle has really stepped it up this year. Like, you look like you want to kill people on the court. Like you're ready to win games this year. Like you got that ferocious look. What's your biggest challenge so far?
I would say patience, like deciding like when to pass or like trying to make like the easy play instead of making the hard pass, stuff like that. I would probably say that's my biggest problem as of right now.
Mm-hmm. What's throughout the tournaments, or 4 games, just the tournament, what's a skill or mindset that you think has changed the team's mojo that's gotten them ready for these next couple of games and the games before? What's going through your guys' heads right now?
I feel like just everyone on the team believes like we're capable of winning every single game. I feel like a couple times last year there was some games we went into where like we don't know if we're gonna win this game or not. Like we don't know. And I feel like this year it's just like everyone's so confident that we can win every single game no matter who we're playing.
I would agree with that. I would say like our more like team morale is better than it was last year. Like I would say like even when stuff starts to go wrong, like at the end of the day we're all trying to get to the same goal, and we're more of like a team bonding when stuff comes like that.
Yeah, and you were just saying before we started this whole thing that you think you guys can make a huge state run. It would be very difficult. Like the team would have to come together and play a bunch of really tough games. But I think you guys could beat anybody at this point. Who's number 1? Warren was just number 1. They lost to Waukegan by 10. So, anybody can win any game. I think you guys are one of those teams that can make a deep run. But maybe more of a laid back question. What do you guys got? Any pregame rituals like music, food, or something like that?
Pre-game rituals, just on the bus with my beats on, listening to music for the game. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'd probably say the same thing, but also like I don't like to be like too locked in. So like I don't talk to anybody. Like I feel like when we all sit next to each other, it's like when we crack a couple of jokes, like I don't know, just get us smiling in a good mood.
Yeah, not staying too stressed.
Yeah.
The nerves of some of these games they gotta be huge. A lot of people say that when they look at like a student section, it's like a blur. They can't even hear what's going on.
Yeah.
How do you guys kind of deal with the pressure and
with the pressure, like Coach Janos doesn't like practice. Like some people are built for it and some people are not. So I would just say like some people won't realize this, but like when you're in a game, like maybe at the start, like you'll obviously hear the student section, but when you start to get going, like everything kind of like fuzzes out and you can't really hear it. Like it's just like the pounding of a basketball and stuff like that. Like I don't know about you, Charlie, but that's kind of how I think.
I kind of agree. I feel like in warm-ups you can for sure hear them. It's always funny hearing them talk, but then once you get in the game and you're locked in, like you don't even realize they're there. Yeah. And I feel like just from like the hard work you put in and just like focusing on your game, you just kind of block them out.
Yeah, before games, we're always at the bottom of the suit, we're like yelling at the kids, and they always smile, and then during the game you do the same thing, and they don't even react like whatsoever.
Like at the start, you'll definitely hear it. Like, I give some props to student sections. Like some of them
they're
come
crazy.
Up with the craziest things. Like I don't know how you guys come up with it.
I'm so ready for this game. I'm going full suit for the business thing. Actually, what do you guys think? How much, like what percent of the game do you think is controlled by the crowd, if there's any?
I would say it's honestly a decent amount, because I feel like the championship game where we had like 25 people there or something, our student section, I feel like that helped us a lot with the momentum and your chance and stuff. Like we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no, that was a great game. You got, I feel like at least 10%. I think that's
easy.
That's
I would
fair.
say, like any time a kid like goes to a free throw line, like sometimes the students like get in the head. So a lot of those points, I would say, Hersey OC helps out with that.
Marcus Kretzu kept saying that he won the championship for you guys, so he should get the trophy.
I would give him some props. He
Yeah,
get
we'll
Hersey
give him
OC MVP, something like that.
What did you guys learn kind of this tournament, and that you're gonna take into the next couple of games?
I would just say, like, not folding when stuff starts to go bad. I would say that was probably one of our key, or like not to panic. Like even Stevenson, we got like, it was always up and down. Then we got to a point where we were just even, like going bucket for bucket, and we didn't fold. Like we were all super calm. Even in Palatine, like at the start of the game, like we were always still super confident, and like the results kind of worked out.
Yeah, I would just say kind of the same thing. I'd just say like I learned that a team just never really worries no matter what situations there were. Even when we went down by 1 to Stevenson, after I fouled a kid, and there was like 3 seconds left, we all get in the huddle, and coaches are, I don't know how, but he's not nervous at all ever. Like
Never.
Even Kyle knows he never gets nervous at all, no matter what the situation is. And to be honest, if I was coach, I would be screaming at me after that. But he was just a calm guy, and I feel like no matter what the situation is, he always believes we can win. So
I mean, I also
really
think he probably realized how much he'd done for the team throughout the entire game, and that's just one mistake. But I mean, he looked like he was ready to go, and he just drew up a game plan, and it worked. That's one of the craziest endings to a game I've ever seen.
It was crazy for sure.
All right, now I mean, we got to talk about Prospect tomorrow night. How do you guys feel? Why do you think that this rivalry is so intense? Why do you guys think you guys hate each other so much?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a necessary hate. I would just say like we're just two schools that compete. I would say a lot of it is from, I would say pride, because growing up in like the Park District, we all played with each other. Like me and Charlie, we played football with a bunch of the Prospect kids, and we've known them ever since we were little. So I would say it's just two teams like compete, and plus it's been like a rivalry. I mean, ever since I was born. I mean, yeah. I don't know about you, Charlie.
I just feel like everyone just wants to compete out there, and I feel like it's not hate, but like it's definitely personal during the game.
Yeah,
like
sure.
everyone, I feel like it's definitely personal on the court, but that's what makes it fun at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like rivalries, it does. Like playing a rivalry game is honestly such a great opportunity. I feel like it's such a good atmosphere, and like I'd rather play in that rivalry game every single game of the year than just play like a game that really no one's gonna show up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
I will say, seeing all these people that are going to show up, how do you think the crowd is going to affect this game? Because our student section is moving. We'll all be there. I was talking with a few people at Prospect. They were saying they don't know if they're going to be able to win this game because we look really good at the start of this year. But how do you think the crowd is going to?
That gym is loud.
It's so
I remember
loud.
last year.
And
Like,
through the warm-ups,
the
it's
warm-ups
like,
was.
I remember going out there, like my heart just like kind of dropped. I was just like, there's a lot of people.
Like that gym atmosphere, like they have a nice gym.
It echoes up. in
Yeah,
there,
it
'cause it's
echoes
big.
a lot.
They bring so many
Yeah,
students
yeah.
too.
Like their bleacher section compared to like any school is like super high up and stuff.
Yeah, and you guys last year was your first year playing there, so it was kind of what was that like going in?
I was definitely nervous at first. I'm not gonna lie, just to see how many people were there and stuff. But I feel like as soon as we got in the game, as soon as the game started, we were just kind of good from there.
Yeah.
Should have won that game actually, but it's all right.
That's fair. 2 losses last year. Hoping to make 2 wins this year. Gotta get our get back for football.
Yeah, we'll get that get back for you guys.
Not very good. We should blow them out this game.
Don't even get me started about that.
Jack Foster over the corner is not very happy about the football.
I do have one question. How would you, like, I know when everyone views, when they think about Hersey versus Prospect, they immediately think about football. Do you think, like, what's the difference between that rivalry in football and that rivalry in basketball?
I would say, even like sports in general, like basketball and football rivalry, I would say it's different. Like, you see, like Michigan, Ohio State, like I feel like that's a different type of rivalry in football than it is basketball. More to say. Yeah, what about you, Chad?
I agree with that for sure. Yeah.
That's more like hate. Like
Yeah,
you see,
that's like hate.
they were like attacking
Yeah.
each other after the
Like
game.
you can do a lot more, like physical stuff and that side of it on a football field than you can in basketball.
Yeah. Last year, first year, do you guys have any like standout moments between a rival game? Like anyone in our division?
I don't know because we got swept by Prospect and Meadows last year, so
Yeah.
not really.
BG last year too was tough.
Yeah.
Some tough games, but I think we can go. I think we go undefeated this year in conference.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
I
goal
fully
of
agree
ours.
with
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
What's your strategy to keep your kind of emotions in check? Like, I mean, you guys said you stay calm, coach stays calm, that kind of helps out. But I mean, if you guys go down at the start of a game, how do you guys kind of not stress out a little bit?
I mean, it's kind of all confidence and like in like a team. Like when you're out there, it's basically coach always said like it's Hersey versus everyone. Like when you're out there, you're only focused on the other 4 guys that are out there and trying to do whatever you can for them. So when stuff starts to go bad, it's like I'm trying to work for the guy beside me and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like when we go down and stuff, we just slow down our game, kind of get back into our offense, and then just get one stop at a time and one bucket at a time, and then hopefully from there we just get back in the game like we have in the past.
Yeah. What's something that you guys think you are gonna need to do well to win this game tomorrow night? Like, I mean, is it rebounding? Is it whatever? Like, what's the main thing that you guys are gonna have to do?
I would say probably just ignore out the student section of Prospect, and then probably just finish our defense of possessions. Sometimes we don't box out, including me. Like, I don't box out, I feel like, as much as I need to. So I feel like if we just get rebounds and box out, I feel like we'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say our defense, like rotation and stuff, because that's all different. But I would say defense, like our execution, like we execute our offense.
Good to go.
Yeah.
How do you guys plan on celebrating if you guys win on Friday night?
I mean,
Probably just go out to dinner.
yeah, probably got the dinner. I got the ACT tomorrow morning. I'm at Saturday morning, not too much, but.
Yeah, you might not be able to answer this one. If you could send a message to Prospect, what would be the one thing you'd want to say before this game?
I don't know, man. What do you gotta say?
Just have a good game on Friday. I don't know.
Yeah, just good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
All right, well, that's going to be it for today's show. Thank you so much, Kyle and Charlie, for coming out. Also, thank you to our sponsor, Jets Pizza on Rand Road. I'm Johnny Fee, and on behalf of Jack Foster, thanks again, and we will see you on the next podcast.